support union workers, CUNY firing workers?
Huh? For a banner? I mean, for anything. They do this fine. And
so it's the first time I've been just relatively resistant to the army immigration corporation.
All right, everyone, gather around, gather around. Welcome, everyone. We are here because we are in support of a longtime CUNY organizer, worker here at the Graduate Center named Marisa Holmes. We're here to say that Marisa Holmes should be supported, should be congratulated for her work at CUNY TV. Last week, Marisa found out that she was being given the word that she no longer would have her job on Thursday, June 29th. So it's now 6 days since Marisa has been fired illegally from her job. No cause, no warning, no 30 days notice. Marisa's workplace advisor didn't even know that she would be removed from her job. This is a shock and a blow to us here at the Graduate Center and across CUNY. So we're here because we're saying that Marisa is not alone, that an injury to any one of us is an injury to every single one of us. And that people in District Council 37, people in the Professional Staff Congress, people in all unions and worker centers and neighborhoods around New York City should know that when any one of us is attacked, that we all have their back. So thank you for coming out here. We're going to first hear some words from Marisa Holmes, and then after that, we'll ask a couple of other people to speak in her support. If you're having any trouble hearing, don't worry, we don't bite. Feel free to come a little closer. We also have people who are live streaming it today, so it means a lot that people here in New York City and elsewhere are in support and paying attention to what's going on with Marisa Holmes' struggle to keep her job. So without further ado, let's give a warm welcome for Marisa.
So thank you, Connor. Connor, who's also been a longtime organizer at CUNY and who we should support. We should support everyone who comes out and does this kind of work. I wanted to talk a little bit today about my history at CUNY. You know, a lot of people know me as an organizer in New York City and different social movements here, but maybe you don't know that, that I'm a CUNY alum. That I went to Hunter College and did an MFA in media there. And the entire time that I was there, from 2011 on, I felt supported by this larger community at CUNY. I felt like I could do the political work that I was doing, that I could make films that were relevant. For my thesis project, I did a feature film on Occupy Wall Street, and they supported me in that, the faculty and students there. When I came to work here at CUNY TV, I wanted to continue that work with Bruno, my good friend and comrade, and we did, I think, really, good work on this show, Canapé. We did a cultural show on French culture, and we had pieces about Tunisian rappers that were standing up to the regime, the dictatorship in Tunisia, on refugees that were crossing borders and fighting for their lives, on people here who were struggling in the West African and Haitian communities, and that work was why I was at CUNY to begin with. So I really felt like I had a political and creative intellectual home here at this institution. But that's what CUNY was about. The CUNY was about, giving people a chance, to move up and have protections as workers, giving them a chance to have a public forum. It's a public university, and we should use it as a public forum to say whatever we need to say about our conditions and our lives here. This is New York City. CUNY is New York City. We need to remember that. CUNY TV, where I was working, is itself an educational station. It wouldn't even exist without activism. It wouldn't even exist without the work of people like Dee Dee here, who helped build the community and public and educational access in this country and city. So we need to remember that these places don't exist without struggle, without our presence here today. So I just wanted to reflect a little bit on my time at CUNY and ground it in that conversation, what it means to be, expelled from this institution, and what it means for the future of the CUNY system. Because right now, I'm sure you've all seen in the papers that Cuomo has it out for CUNY. Cuomo wants to take over CUNY and merge SUNY and CUNY and turn this place into a privatized neoliberal environment where none of us have rights anymore, where we don't have the right to organize anymore, we don't have the right to speak and say what we need to say in a learning environment or on a television station. So, this is the fight that continues here today. This is why we're here, to make sure that not just me, but that any worker, that any member of the CUNY community can stand up and continue to fight. So, thank you all for your support.
We next want to hear from the chapter chair of the Graduate Center Professional Staff Congress chapter here at the Graduate Center. Let's welcome Luke Elliott Negri to share some words.
Thanks, Connor, for asking me to speak. Thanks, Marisa. A couple years ago, before I was at CUNY, I was fired doing organizing, so I have a lot of empathy for the anxiety, the bizarreness, the uncertainty that comes from that experience. Many folks probably know Marisa through her organizing at Occupy Wall Street, but I met her here organizing in CUNY TV against an insane level of mismanagement, of manipulation of various union contracts. And I first came to a meeting that she organized of probably 25 of her coworkers. So this woman is an organizer, and it seems pretty damn clear to me that she's being fired because that organizing makes CUNY management uncomfortable. So, as the chapter chair here of the Professional Staff Congress Union, I just want to let you know, Marisa, that we've got your back. DC 37, that whatever fight you guys are leading, we're there with you. I'm really looking forward to, hopefully a day or two from now, maybe a week or two from now, this crowd of people walking Marisa back into her job that she should be.
So we're out here, we're across unions. We're out here as members of District Council 37. We're here as members of the Professional Staff Congress. We're here to say that unions, that workplace protection is something that should be sacred, that should be protected in CUNY and around New York City. As Marisa said, we're here to win back Marisa's job. Rightfully so. We're also here to make sure that no one should be treated like this at their workplace.
Right.
That no one should be having the basic job protections that are afforded to them through the struggle that we have done across generations, that shouldn't be taken from us from the blink of an eye, from the stroke of a pen, from the sending of an email 2 days before someone's told that they have to pack up their stuff. So it means a lot that we're out here today across unions, across different communities in CUNY to say enough is enough. I want to welcome now someone else to share some words, another organizer here in the Graduate Center, Rosa Squillicoat, to share some words about why we should be supporting Marisa and making some real changes with how CUNY TV is running.
Thanks, Connor. So I lost my voice a couple days ago, but I'm going to try to shout so everybody can hear me. I'm a member, I'm a CUNY person, I was a CUNY undergraduate, I'm getting my PhD at the Graduate Center right now. I believe in CUNY and I believe in public education, and I think we all do here. And I'm also a member of the PSC, and I'm also a member of the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America. And for both of those reasons, there is nothing more important than supporting working people in our community, in our building, right? We are CUNY, we are the working class community of New York, we are union people, we are working people, and it is by standing together in solidarity, protecting each other across unions, across titles, across jobs, that we can fight back against Trump's fascism, against Cuomo's bullshit, and that we can actually protect public education in CUNY and what CUNY stands for. And again, rehire Marisa!
We also want to welcome someone from CUNY TV, is that right? We also want to welcome someone who is a longtime media producer and organizer here in New York City, Dee Halleck. Let's give a warm welcome.
It's very important, especially in these days when we see so many things being privatized, so much of our rights and all this fake discussion about the media, that we have a real media that is giving us information. That's why this is a precious resource. CUNY TV is something that didn't just happen. People struggled to ensure that there would be a voice for the faculty and the students of this university. And it is not a plaything that rich people can use and can have their commercial offices out of. There's corruption at CUNY TV that needs to be cleaned up, and we need to ensure that really talented, wonderful producers like Marisa, the whole staff who's there, that they can continue to produce the programming, because in this town, this is the center of the culture industry, the media industry, and we need to ensure that there are voices for everyone here, and that these voices can get out. I have my own struggle with Manhattan Neighborhood Network. I was banned from M&N, and my friend Papoletto, one of the most important Puerto Rican poets, is banned also. He's banned for life. I was banned for 1 year. We have a case that just went to the federal court, and it may end up in the Supreme Court, because M&N is saying that they are a private entity and that they don't have to adhere to the First Amendment. I mean, it's insane. They said they're not a public forum. What is public access if it's not a public forum? We need every public forum we can have, and CUNY TV is a precious one. We've got to maintain its integrity and its ability to work with people as talented, as really visionary and understanding about the conditions of this world as Marisa. She's a terrific producer. I've worked with her, and we hope she can stay.
So we're out here. As you can see, this banner, Support Worker Rights. We want for this to be a place that is defending Marisa, wanting her to come back, that we will get Marisa's job back. We want to also welcome, there were some people who had prepared some thoughts today. If there's anyone, one of Marisa's friends, comrades in the struggle, someone who's in CUNY TV, someone who's related to CUNY who would like to share some words, we do want to have a little bit of open time to welcome people to share some thoughts as they come to mind. So I'm putting that out there as an invitation. If anyone has something that's bubbling in their stomach to speak, please, I welcome you to come on up. Sure.
Hi, I'm Shandor. I'm an adjunct at Hunter, and I'm from CUNY Contingents Unite and the CUNY Internationalist Clubs, and I wanted to say that it's essential that we carry this fight through, as various speakers have said, for the rehiring of Marisa, and to enforce the principle that an injury to one is an injury to all. What this looks like, what it sounds like, and what it smells like is union busting. It sounds like, and it looks like, and it stinks like the kind of union busting that arrogant employers and the ruling class are used to doing and used to getting away with. But it's time that they stop getting away with it. People may know that across 34th Street on 9th Avenue is B&H Photo and Video, where over 300 warehouse workers and store workers organized a union in a powerful vote on November 4th of 2015. And now those bosses are trying to bust their union and shut down those warehouses and steal the jobs of over 200 immigrant workers. we need to unite all of those struggles against union busting and for workers' rights. Yeah. And I think that it's important that we link this. By the way, that shutdown of those warehouses is something that Mayor Bill de Blasio is intimately complicit in. And it's quite a story. But I think that what we need to do is we need to use the power that we have as CUNY employees and as workers throughout this city. And that means, among other things, I think it's very important that there be unity between the PSC, DC 37, the cafeteria workers who are unionized and those who aren't, and all of the other unions at CUNY. And beyond that, I think we should all be in one single university workers union. And I think that we need to establish and enforce our right to strike. And that means using it against the Taylor Law. So that it is not that workers here at CUNY should go in fear of being fired, but that the employers and the ruling class throughout this city should be in fear when they cross the labor movement and cross the working class. So rehire Marisa now! Thank you.
Thank you. We also want to welcome one more person to share some thoughts. Chuck Slatkin with the New York Metro Area Postal Union, the AFL-CIO. Chuck, if you want to share some words.
Okay. Well, I'm here as an individual who knows Marisa, and that's important, but I'm also here representing Jonathan Smith, the president of the New York Metro Area Postal Union, 5,000 members strong, because we're aware of the fact that CUNY TV, even though they don't know it, is part of the public commons, just as a public postal service is. We're under attack. The workers here are under attack. The most important thing is the need to be able to organize freely, and it's important not just for the unions involved with CUNY to come together, as one as the previous speaker was talking about, but it's important for all unions to come together, but all workers, unionized, non-unionized, undocumented, all workers have to come together, because this is our fight for the working class and our rights and protections. And that's why I'm here, and we'll be here next time in bigger numbers from the postal workers, because our union, the American Postal Workers Union, was formed out of a strike, an illegal strike in 1970, and we're now over 200,000 members, and that's what this is about. It's a fight for Marisa. It's a fight for all workers. Rehire Marisa.
This upcoming Monday, we're going to have another support rally, so please save the date. Please tell a friend, tell 5 friends. We need to be out here twice as strong, 5 times as strong, to make sure that Marisa gets her job back. So, when's the rally gonna be? Monday! At what time? Wednesday! And where? Here! Alright, so y'all were paying attention, good news. We also have a couple more things. There's a petition that's live. There are a couple of people we're specifically calling on to make sure that Marisa gets her job back, and Marisa's gonna share some info about that.
Okay. So does everyone have one of these? Did everyone get a flyer? On this flyer, there are phone numbers. There are phone numbers of Burton Sachs, from the Vice Chancellor's office, and Sonia Pearson from Human Resources. They are the ones who are CC'd on this email for my termination, and they're the ones that need to be held accountable for my termination. So call them and demand right now, call them now, and demand that I be rehired, and that CUNY support worker rights, the right to organize.
Thank you.